Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Gemini for July 2020. Welcome, Gemini. Let's see what the messages are for you for July. Remembering we're in Cancer, which is a water sign, so it's all about intuition, it's all about trusting feelings, all about feelings, Gemini. So let's look. The Ten of Cups, the lovely picture on the mantelpiece of the happy family. Is it or isn't it? What's going on behind the facade of the Ten of Cups? And let's see today, this being the energy around what's exactly going on behind the facade for you guys. And we can often look at people and go, oh, you know, their family's perfect, everything seems to happen. But that's never really the case, is it? Once we sort of peel back the mask, or we see, we're all dysfunctional that become functional. So let's see what this Ten of Cups energy has to do with. Maybe it's just sort of recognising that we're all flawed. Each and every one of us. It might look good, but is it? Where you are right now, Gemini. Yeah, the Ten of Cups indeed. So perhaps this male energy here, and he's the dreamer. He's the songwriter, the musician, the guy, you know, that the little teenagers fall in love with this seemingly amazing person, but underneath it all, he's quite flawed. And that only comes out later. But yeah, he kind of skews the narrative of who he is to be. Yeah, oh, he's wonderful, it looks wonderful. All that glitters is not gold, especially with the King of Cups. He can be quite flawed emotionally inside, and he sort of brings out the side of himself. But you know, he can write the beautiful songs, he can say the lovely stuff. But inside, he's just like you and I, you know, there's business, there's issues. So whoever this person is to you, Gemini, this month, just be, you know, poke beneath the surface a bit. And maybe this energy is in your life for July for you to sort of realise this too about everybody. You know, this is what, it doesn't matter how it presents, the flowers, the chocolates, but what's it like when it really gets to the nitty-gritty. Let's see what's why he's come up in your reading right at the moment and what's influenced him to come up. So it's obviously like all the readings that I like to do, there's always lessons in it that we can learn. And there's the Ten of Wands, so exhaustion, like literally. And this guy he can sort of, and so can this Ten of Cups energy, it can really drain us because it's like, oh, and it's all this and it's all that, but then there's sort of, our energy gets drained by it because we feel like, you know, you're not really getting the real deal, are you? You just sort of, it's all too nice, too nicey nice in a way. And you're not sort of getting, and so you may be feeling a bit drained this month energetically. It's not feeling tired or anything per se, it's just being energy, your energy has been drained by this situation. So we're going to see. So this will affect all the cards in the reading for July. So let's see what's the background of it. What's been going on and is still present. Yes, strength. Very much accept the challenge. And this sort of energy is a challenge too, because you think, wow, you know, this is amazing. And I've never met such everything is sort of seemingly so fabulous, but then again, you kind of intuitively feel that underneath that, especially with that King of Cups too, there's probably a lot of issues he's got deep down. This is usually I call it the Father card, the Father Spirit card. So there's issues there. There is that strong issue with Father there, and that probably seems really bizarre to say that, but it's almost like that's the challenge. And knowing Geminis, they're very entrepreneurial. They'll happily accept a challenge. even if it looks really hard, they're in there first in, best dressed. So it's very challenging. So interestingly enough, and go with that. So let's see where that's going to take you. Recent influences, yeah, 5 of Swords. So pick your battles, Gemini. And this is your story too, so don't let other people interfere with your karma. So if there's people on the sidelines going, I'll get rid of it, do this, do that, you just do what you have to do. It's your challenge, it's your story, it's no one else's. So grain of salt with other people's input. And they will be inputting, believe you me. Humans love to input, don't they? It's what they do, but it's not about them, it's about you. So pick your battles this month in July. Let's see the all-important lesson that you'll be learning in July, or Cancer time, basically. The 5 of Cups. So disappointment of the past coming back around, cycling around again. There you sit again with that same, oh my God, moment. Here we go again sort of thing. But it's about addressing that issue too, and just knowing, yeah, well, everyone has their flaw. Everyone sort of jumps in. Where angels fear to tread, and then we find out we're back where we started from. And so maybe there's someone new come into your life and you're exhausted and you think, I don't really want to try it out. I don't really want to do this, but there's something in you that wants to kind of perfect it and move on to the 6 of Cups, move on up the row of cups to sort of find emotionally sort of teach yourself how to deal with stuff like this. This is disappointment. So this could be somebody indeed coming back from your past from before. And you think, oh yes, but it's all a different story now. They've changed, they're this, they're that. They're portraying this sort of magnificent picture. But deep down you're thinking, oh, hang on a minute. But it is a challenge. So it's about how you deal with it yourself, Gemini. Isn't it? Because you've got to move past that disappointment. It takes 2 to tango as well, but often too we attract the same type until we learn, oh look, you know, here it is again, I can see it already, I best keep out of that. It's the same, it's the, you know, same person in a different disguise really, the same energy, I guess. This betraying of everything's fabulous, but we know in life, don't we, Gemini, that's not true at all. Okay, near future, so the 2nd week of July, let's see. Yeah, but you'll balance it all out, 6 of Wands, you'll sort of manage it well. You'll see the red flags and go, whoops, I'm just going to balance that out. So 6 of Wands is very much about success, ongoing success, and managing to sort of get a balance there. So it's a really nice card to know that you'll manage this anyway. You've probably already seen the red flags and you go, oh, well, okay, I'll just sort of work with that. But you'll end up pretty good in the 2nd week. And you'll feel like moving forward, you'll feel like you've moved past this 5 into 6, which is balance. 5 is change, 6 is balance. What's happening that you're not realising? And the Queen of Cups, so there it is, being receptive. And just watching people, taking the challenge, but going, oh yes, there's that and there's that. And just sort of being quiet and being receptive rather than going, oh yes, fabulous, fabulous. Because the Queen of Cups is highly intuitive, but she doesn't really say much. She just observes and thinks, yeah, here we go. Oh, I can see exactly what's going on here. But her silence sort of speaks volumes, doesn't it? So this is what you've got to employ for this month, especially with this kind of energy. Just observe and nod and agree, but you make your own mind up anyway what to do intuitively. How others see you in July. Gemini. Queen of Knight of Swords, so this is your card. Yeah, you could very quickly, and this person kind of knows it too. You obviously have disrupted them. They feel like you're the disruption when it's not really you at all. And you'll sort of run for the hills. You'll be there and then they'll be gone. In and out. Very disruptive. in terms of, but maybe you're in it now for a good reason, that you want to just leave the message and then go, so they can kind of work it out for themselves at their own leisure. That's how they see you. So it's very interesting, and it's classic Gemini. The Knight of Swords is your Gemini card, minor card. So they see you as quite disruptive, because you do sort of see through it, and then you go, well, I'm out of here, sorry, bye-bye. What you're feeling positive about? Ace of Coins, new beginning with the Ace of Coins, money coming in, all that material stuff. You've got focuses, you've got many focuses, very entrepreneurial, very much doing lots of things at once. So you've got other things to focus on as well. This to you could be a bit of a pain in the neck, because you're like, well, no, actually I want to get on with what I'm doing, because I get things out of that. I don't want to be drained by people who just won't help themselves, which sometimes can be seen as that King of Cups, because he lives in the past in a way. He needs to shake it off, and you're the person actually that probably, of all people, will make him learn that, and you'll be off, you'll be gone in the cloud of dust, and he'll still be there. So Ace of Coins is brilliant for you. Just keep focusing on those things that are yielding you good stuff. You're doing well anyway, but yeah, this is an interesting story, especially in the emotional time of Cancer, water. And you guys don't like to be waterlogged or drowned. You just like, get out, you know. With your air, and air can really whip up water, can't it? It can create massive waves, and it can create storm. It can create a lot of trouble. I love it though, because it does, but it makes these other people think and assess themselves. Okay, let's see what the outcome will be. 3 of Swords, so very much sorrow, grief. But this is a good way, I think, in a way, because this will crack that sort of facade of, yeah, it's all beautiful, it's all wonderful, I'm together, I'm this and that. And this card, as it ends up in the outcome, will be, yeah, you'll be left with a bit of that, but perhaps you'll leave that with that person to make them sort of look within and stop trying to portray this wonderful, wonderful Disney, Hollywood sort of story about their lives, when we've all got the 3 of Swords, we've all got grief that sits in there somewhere. And often it comes out when we're in a water sign, deep water. So grief will come to the surface, but this, I believe, is for the positive. Okay, so I'm going to just do your final Buddha reading card message, because I've kind of gone over a bit. I don't like to go on too much. Just got to be short and sweet. Pure action. Refrain from that which is unskillful or that which harms. Do good and purify your heart. That is it. Consciously bring your inner awareness to your actions, as you make a commitment now not to harm, destroy any life, or take away things that don't belong to you, and not to use sex in a harmful way to yourself or others. Your actions will become free from old habits, past experiences, and any negative emotions. So there it is, it's action. Very much so. I wish you a really happy month. Just really sort of dwell on that. It's a very sort of intuitive reading, but it's all there for you to just sort of digest, accept the challenge, and, you know, things will come to the surface that need to. It's your journey, Gemini. Thanks so much for listening. Talk to you in August.